So what exactly is a squib? Let's first get a couple things straight. The components that go into the finished cartridge, not that complicated. You've got clean, solid, sorted brass, or new. You've got your projectile, whatever type it might be, your bullet. You've got the propellant, or gunpowder. And then, of course, the primer, the thing that starts that chain reaction, igniting and burning this powder. And that's how you arrive at this. Now you also need some apparatus that's going to load those cartridges, something like this. A squib happens when a cartridge has too little propellant or gunpowder to send the projectile or bullet out of the barrel. So right now we have a bullet or projectile stuck in the middle of this barrel. If this happens, you'll hear like a or a pop instead of a boom or a bang. Oftentimes there's almost no recoil impulse. But I can't say for certain for you because it depends on what kind of gun, how little or how light the ammo was loaded. What you need to do is if you have that feeling too light, stop. Remove the source of ammunition, i.e. the magazine, or open the cylinder in a double action revolver or in a single action. Open and remove all of the ammo. Then you're going to look into the barrel through the breech. That means the backside. Don't look down the barrel. It's basic stuff here, right? All that squib is you know you've got a bullet trapped in there. So if you see that, now you got to get it out. Common question, Mick. Now did that stupid ammo ruin my gun? Not at all. As long as you didn't pull the trigger again, which turns this into a potential hand grenade, as long as you didn't pull the trigger again, you're just going to knock that thing right out. You're going to put your barrel onto a solid wood surface preferably, or plastic. You may need a friend that trusts you to hold onto it. You're going to use a rod. Squib rods are often made of brass, hardwood, or aluminum if you're British. And you're going to tap, tap, tap it right out. And then you're going to inspect both the barrel crown and the breech and make sure that there's no damage or anything like that. Put the gun back together and you're good to go. Talking about squibs, so I prepared a few rounds so that I can show you guys what a squib sounds like, what it may sound like, what it may feel like. I've got some rounds that I loaded with 1/3 the powder requirement for a specific load. I don't want to get into great detail on that. And I have some rounds that I loaded with no powder, primer only. So I'm going to fire 3 or 4 good rounds, and then there's going to be one at the end that's going to have a light load. Pay attention. Interesting. All right, remove the source of ammunition. Cycle, cycle. I am going to pull this gun apart because I want to see what the barrel looks like. If it sounds off, take a peek. This is cleared out. We're going to now set up to do this with no powder, primer only. Primer only, no powder. Pay attention. Interesting. Remove the source of ammunition, cycle, cycle. I'm going to pull the slide apart because if it looks off or sounds off, just take a look. Sure enough, I have a squib. Here's how we're going to deal with that. Good hardwood dowel or a brass rod. Get a solid surface. Drive that sucker right out. Now that you've cleared that, inspect the chamber, inspect the barrel. Make sure that you've done no damage. Be very careful around the crown of the barrel so you don't use steel, brass, or wood only. Something softer than the barrel metal. So, quality counts. It is very easy when you get into mass production for things to go awry, which is why I pay a little bit more and I get a product that I know somebody is checking these things. It is so easy for this to happen. I give this ammo to my children on the range, to students, to friends. I don't want to be the one to hand somebody ammo that can take things.
This is the 90 grain 9mm, comes screaming out of about a 4-inch barrel at 1,500 feet per second. Does 1650 out of a Glock 17L.
When I read Pat Sweeney's article on it, and Pat said that the stuff was back on the market, like he said, one of the most accurate ammos money can buy. And that means a lot, especially when you're talking about the 20-round box.